Hi, everybody. Welcome to Meet the Mailers. I'm Paul Bobnak for Who's Mailing What, a direct mail 2.0 company. And today I'm talking with Tiffany Narwick-Krivos. She is the VP for Business Development and Sales at ShipShapes in Park Forest, Illinois. And we're going to be talking about direct mail and all of the interesting things you can do with shaped mail. But before we get started, if you have any questions or feedback, please leave them in the comment box below. You can show your support by tapping the like button. And to get notified of when we add new videos to the Who's Mailing What channel, click on subscribe. Now let's meet the mailers. Hi, Tiffany. Welcome.
Hi, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're welcome. It's great to speak with you today. I'd love to know, more about your story. What led you to ShipShapes and ImageWorks Manufacturing?
Well, I've always had like a sales background. I've been a people person, creative person, like career-oriented person. Um, and I saw an opportunity at ShipShapes, and it aligned perfectly with my career goals and interests. The initial description highlighted a lot of skills and experiences that I had developed over the years, and I was just eager to apply them. Additionally, the company's reputation and values, I believed would be a great fit for me to contribute to a team, that shares the same values and commitment to quality. And I was really impressed by the company's innovative approach, to the industry and their commitment to creative ideas. 19 and a half years later, here we are.
Okay, cool. And what does your job entail today?
I'd say I'm a Jill of all trades. My role involves developing and executing the company's sales and marketing plans, securing contracts with new and existing customers, overseeing the business development and sales staff. I also form strategic partnerships and negotiate contracts with key clients and vendors. I create and implement innovative ideas and tools to increase sales and company growth, marketing campaigns and service standards. And I'm just extremely passionate about providing value and satisfaction to our sales team and customers and ensuring, the highest quality of our products and services. I also keep up with all the USPS postal regulations and promotions, that's
Oh,
going on.
that's a job all by itself, I think.
Yeah.
Well, to start with, can you tell us a little bit about ImageWorks in general, the company's other products before we get into talking about mail?
Yeah, definitely. So ImageWorks Manufacturing Inc. is our parent company.
Hmm.
They started in the 1970s. Tom Becker became president and CEO in 1992. And we specialize in manufacturing and printing on plastics and metals. We're a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility that creates unique and innovative ideas with prompt service and fast turnarounds. Each of our specialized divisions, we have industrial graphics, retail displays, board and decal, promotional products, all under our realm. They help you enhance customer loyalty and create a positive image that leads to increased business. So we do inserts, handouts, clings, decals, mouse pads, counter mats,
Yeah.
just to name a few. But anything creative and out of the box you could think of, we pretty much handle.
Let's get into it about, all of these lovely shaped mail.
Yeah.
Customized market mail. I remember when that was introduced about 2003 or so.
Yeah.
And ShipShapes has been the, pioneer and premier company using this format. So can you explain, to the audience what customized market mail is,
Yeah.
uh, and also the or goals for using it, for using a ShipShapes mailer?
Yeah, definitely. Well, Tom Becker petitioned in, like you mentioned, 2003 with the United States Postal Service to establish a new class of mail, specifically to allow advertisers to send unusually shaped pieces through the mail without an envelope. And on August 10th of 2003, the USPS created customized market mail, the first new class of mail since express mail was created in 1977. But so just down to the nitty gritty of like customized market mail, the smallest piece you can mail is a 3.5 by 5. And the largest size is a 12 by 15. Your weight may not exceed 3.3 ounces. The thickness of the postcard could be as thin as a 0.007 to as thick as a fourth of an inch. So voids and holes are permitted in the pieces. With ShipShapes, marketers can deliver realistic samples of their production, their products and services into the hands of their target audience in any shape imaginable. I mean, we've created mailings from racing cars and bottles of milk to stop signs, bears, frying pans, and puppies. So like, I have a couple samples. I could just here's a motorcycle.
Oh, awesome.
A champagne bottle. Here's the bottle of milk I referenced. And the address goes on the back side. But racing cars, a wrench for a plumber.
Oh, how clever. I love that.
Like, check this out, an X-ray head.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Stop sign, teddy bear,
Yeah.
frying pan. I mean, it's just whatever shape you can imagine, we can do.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, I have one which is from one of the local zoos in my area, which is this giraffe shape, which I love. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So, talking about the why of them, we know that, these pieces grab somebody's attention immediately, right?
Yeah.
And it helps the brand or the company stand out. And but besides that, how much better are response rates, generally speaking, with a ShipShapes mailer? And how does the cost or the ROI per piece compare to just a regular old mailer?
Yeah. So our mediums are designed specifically to be the mail piece that captures someone's attention when they check the mail and check their mail in their mailbox. At the same time, we strive to generate a response, or call to action. And the cost is probably about 2 times the cost of your conventional mail. However, clients have reported 6 to 10 times the increase in response rates. So with just those numbers, they pay for themselves and then some.
And you showed in your examples, there's a lot of different kinds of companies that use them, but are there specific kinds of customer types or industries that it really works well for?
So Paul, it's literally across the board. I mean, you mentioned a zoo, so a zoo could do it. Automotive, retail, food, you name it. It's insurance, banks, like it's just across the board.
Right. So small businesses as well as like big brands as well.
Yep, definitely.
And thinking also ahead, once a campaign's been printed, what are the logistics for getting into the postal system? Because I imagine there might be some, real differences for people to take into account compared to, a standard kind of piece of mail, a postcard or a letter, campaign that they're used to mailing.
Yeah, definitely. So because of their unique shapes, CMM pieces are required to be drop shipped to each end user's DDU or local post office for hand sorting by the carriers. The delivery is quick and efficient, being in hands within 1 to 4 business days from the mail drop from our facility. A ShipShapes mailing could be closely timed to proceed or follow other channels of integrated marketing. Yeah, so they allow you to test your creativity, and send a truly dimensional piece of any shape or design. So you can empower your marketing message and reach your consumers with unique formats that demonstrate your product and encourage responses.
And do that pretty quickly.
Yep.
right. So, uh, the company also works with customers to create other types of unique and customized direct mail designs. And when I was at National Postal Forum, I saw, some really great examples. Can you talk a little bit about those as well?
Yeah, definitely. So our creativity does not stop at CMM for ShipShapes. We're
Hmm.
continuously developing and obtaining USPS approval for innovative direct mail pieces, including our patented clear cards that mail at automated flats, and they may feature like transparent areas. Um, you could have peel out coupons, so these peel out
Oh,
here.
well,
They also qualify for every door direct mail. Um, so this you could do as a shape or a clear card, because it just mails at a more economical postage rate when you do it as a clear card.
hmm.
Here's a puppy that peels out.
I
So,
love it.
and then an X-ray piece for a hospital, you know. So,
Right, right.
in addition to our clear cards, we have our top-notch mailers, which is white plastic. Um, Peel outs. You could do any peel out shape on these. So this is a luggage tag in the shape of a heart that peels out. The address goes here. You can fill
Right.
out your information here.
So
Um,
that piece becomes like a keepsake that you can
yep,
put somewhere
exactly,
else and then discard the rest of the mailer.
exactly. And that qualifies to mail at postcard and letter rates.
Okay.
And then we also have these awesome frame mailers where this peels off the front.
Oh, wow.
So this was done for a university. And then you
Hmm.
could put a picture, a 6x4 picture on this and hang it up. It
That
also
is,
integrates a QR code, like if the university is, prospecting for new students, like, hey,
hmm.
imagine picture yourself at this university. They scan the
Right.
QR code and it takes you to all the information, to apply to the university.
That is really, that's very cool. I can see like just universities and colleges alone, there's such a big, lot of opportunities there.
Exactly. And then we also have cling mailers. So you could do any shape cling. This peels
Hmm.
off. You could apply it to any smooth surface. So you could also do any shape on these. This mails at
Okay.
our letter rate.
Wow.
And then we also do irregular shaped bifolds.
Hmm.
So these also mail
Oh, okay.
yeah. So this also mails at a postcard letter rate. Your address would go here.
Hmm. Wow.
Um, we
Impressive.
do metal mailers.
Yeah,
Um,
talk about them. I want to hear about that. Yeah.
so the metal mailers have a reflective surface.
Hmm.
So it's aluminum finished, but you could like do mirror images, which is really cool. Also mail at postcard letter rate. So it's pretty much endless possibilities on whatever
Hmm.
your mind can create or imagine, we can create for you.
Okay. Is there like just thinking about this, is there like a one big tip that marketers should really like think about before they commit to a using this kind of format, whether it's the ones you just showed or CMM, just like one thing to take into
Well,
account.
yeah. So if you're planning on maybe, as an example, doing a clear piece, make
Hmm.
sure you're actually utilizing the substrate and
Hmm.
have like at minimum 25% of your piece clear or transparent. Because,
Okay.
if you're going to pay a premium for it, you definitely want to utilize the material correctly.
Hmm. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think also, really like being intentional in what you're doing, like really think how somebody's going to respond when they get to this and how it really supports your brand, your message, your offer, rather than just, I mean, it's great to use it for getting attention, but that only goes so far if they just say, well, so what? But, you know, if you get something with like an X-ray on it, you think automatically that power of association.
Right.
Very cool. So what kinds of trends do you see in the direct mail world in general, generally speaking?
I feel the direct mail world is always evolving, right?
Mhm.
So like I'm seeing increasingly way more creative and tactile mail formats that
Mhm.
stand out in the mail. Um, Omni-channel integration with QR code engagement, which some of the samples I showed you, Also augmented reality with like layer apps that you get the piece and it plays a video once you know
Hmm.
scan that. But sustainability and eco-friendly. All of our pieces are recyclable, which I
Okay.
should have mentioned at the beginning, but they are all
Right.
recyclable.
That's
Um,
that's that's great to know.
yeah, yeah. And then I've also seen like, like using AI for content creation, for direct mail.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, are any of those going to be like really things that you can incorporate into a CMM piece, or the other ones you showed like
Yeah,
uh,
all of them, all of them.
okay, so you
Mhm.
can already do that. You can do like a like an embellishment for uh, touch and other
Yep,
embellishments. Okay,
yep,
cool,
definitely.
cool. So this is a question I ask everybody, but what's one direct mail piece that you may have received recently that really made you stop and pay attention to and maybe even responded to?
All right, so I'm going to be biased here because we create really cool
That's fine.
pieces, right?
Okay.
So this, we did this for the National Postal Forum,
Right.
and my husband, like when I got home, he's like, "Oh my God, did you see this mailer? Did you guys do it?" And he like was like looking through it because it's binoculars, right? And
Right.
so it's just like searching for the ideal mailing and shipping solution. Like,
Hmm.
when was the last time you actually picked up a piece of mail and looked at it, right? It was
Right.
just, oh my gosh, look at this. So I'm going to have to say this piece.
Okay. And it's literally true because I think I've seen, that sort of a headline copy, saying searching for this or looking for that. But it's just sort of like you picture yourself, but that is literally what it's doing.
Right.
Awesome. Well, how can people find out more about ShipShapes and the company and all the solutions that you guys have?
Yeah, you could visit our website, www.shipshapes.com, and that'll also direct you to our parent company, ImageWorks Manufacturing's website, where you could check out all of our divisions, all of our products. And then you could also call us at 866-7SHAPES, which is 866-774-2737, and get in
Okay,
contact with us.
great. Well, thank you so much for being here today and showing all of the, a few of the many possibilities that you have, and it's great to have you, and I really appreciate that. And thank you all out there for joining us today. Remember that questions and feedback are welcome. Tap those like and subscribe buttons as well. And if you want to be highlighted in a future Meet the Mailers, please reach out. My contact info can be found in the paragraph below by tapping Show More. And we'll talk about how we can showcase your company, your solutions, and your thought leadership. Thanks again for watching Meet the Mailers, and see you here next time.